Hi, hello, welcome back to the channel. So today we are replacing the trunk latch and surround on a 5th gen 4runner. The customer reversed the car and reversed into the garage and broke this piece. And this piece is it's a structural for the latch. You know, you have to pull this to lift up the tailgate. And we have it taped right now, but that's of course just, to hold this piece on. So we're going to replace this piece. So this piece, you can consider it like a frame for the trunk latch. So you can't really, pull on this and open the trunk if this piece is broken. So we're going to replace this piece and also replace the trunk latch, because on the bottom here, it's also falling apart. It's probably broke that as well. Yeah, look, it broke that off as well. So yeah, we're gonna take this tape off, replace this piece, which we have to get into the tailgate to do. Got a brand new one. As you can see, it has, everything that's broken on the other one still in place, because of course it's brand new. So yeah, replace that, the trunk latch. Let's get going. Okay, so to begin by taking off the tape, see what the real damage is behind here. Wow, this is just falling off, of course. Just the tape holding it. Okay, and yeah. So we see it broken here. You can see stress marks broke off there. So yeah, we need to get on the inside. I don't think these have to be removed. This is for the light, or no, this is for the reverse camera. So we're gonna get on the inside of the trunk and see if we can get the hardware out so we can put it in a new one. So in my case, first thing I'm gonna do is take out the plug. So that's just a regular clip. See right there? Just push on that and pull it. Okay. So yeah, then you also have to take these lights out. These license plate lights. You want to kind of untuck the wire here. See? Just push behind there. Just untuck that like that. Untuck the other side. And then you're going to take a screwdriver, Phillips screwdriver, and you're going to unscrew the light 1, 2, 3, 4, and it should come out. If you did not, make sure you open your trunk. Yes, I'm going to plug this back in just to get the trunk open. Just like that. And now we're going to work on the inside here, removing this so we can get the hardware out of everything up there. Then we're going to switch the hardware over to the new stuff. Okay, so to remove the trim around the trunk or the tailgate, let's see. They have these arrows here with these little slots. So you want to take your screwdriver, your flathead or pry bar, and sit that there. And you're going to pry in here. You're going to just release the clips all the way around, just like that. So once you've done that one, you can work your way around. And yeah, using plastic pry tools are good here. You definitely don't want to damage anything on the inside. You see you have these clips in there. You just want to release those all the way around. You just work your way, work your way, work your way. Release them one by one. Work your way, just like that. Okay. All right, get all the way around there. And when you get this down to a certain point, you get all the ones around the edge, the 3 edges here. Along the top, you want to push this whole thing up to release it. As you see, it just sits on that part there. There's no clips on that end. So you just want to push that up and over towards the tailgate window. So push it forward. And you want to come in here, release the lights. Release the lights, you just push the tab here and pull back on the connector. Okay, once you have it off, you want to make sure any clips that came out, you want to pop them out here and put them back where they belong before moving forward. So you want to come back to it or forget. Okay, so to get to the inside where you need to work on the hardware, you have to remove this vapor barrier to get in there. See, like that. And this adhesive here, it's a resealing adhesive. Once it gets hot, it will, become tacky again. So you want to make sure that's in place when you go to put this back. Okay, so on the inside of here, you have a few things to remove. We have 4 bolts. So we're gonna need to remove these in order to put them on the new item. So we're gonna have to remove 1, 2, 3, and then there's one deep in there. Number 4 right there. So to get to this last bolt, as I was saying, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. To get to this 4th one at the edge, you don't have to remove the vapor barrier on this side. There's a little plug here. You take that off, and inside of there is your number for a bolt. Also, it looks like some wiring got torn off here. Now that I'm looking at it, this plug is completely pulled out of here. And on the old one, yeah, these wires did pull out, so we have some rewiring to do here too. So we're gonna go ahead and take care of that, and then we'll continue with the rest of the video. So yeah, usually if you weren't in the situation where this was broken off the car, this would also be something you have to remove, this connector here, because that's for the lock, the electronic button for the lock actuator. Okay, so once you get all your old hardware out, the 4 bolts, you want to make sure to also pull these out of the old panel. In my case, it was a bunch of broken pieces on the car. So now you want to swap over all the parts from the old piece to the new piece. So we have the 4 bolts. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Okay, and then you're gonna have these little pins here, these little push tabs. You're gonna put those here. Those are gonna go on there. There's another one here. Okay. Then, so this is the lock actuator for the button that's on this piece, the manual button. So you also want to switch this over to here. I'm going to rewire this and then switch this over. So yeah, you're also going to replace your handle as well. So the handle actually, it goes here and here. But as you see, this one's broken. I'm actually gonna have to, get a new piece. So instead of, wiring this back up here, what I'm gonna do is order my new piece. Yeah, I'm still gonna put all this on, but I'm gonna order my new piece, and then when that comes in, I'm gonna, worry about rewiring this and, getting everything in order. But yeah, we're gonna replace this sticky button with this new one here. So yeah, even though this is broken, we're still gonna switch it over, order a new piece, and then, when it comes, I'm gonna, do this whole thing again. So to replace the button itself, it's just these 2 screws on the front here. So yeah, we're gonna unscrew those and swap that over right now. Okay, there we go. We have a new button. And fortunately, we have to take this back out eventually because, of course, these pieces are broken. So yeah, for now, it does have these 2 tabs that are going to hold it in. It's not really too strong to be pulling on, but it'll do for now. Okay, so we're gonna go put in the new hardware here. We've already put that one in. I'm just gonna slide these in here. Okay, sometimes those don't want to push all the way in. We'll take this, just go like that. It pops in place like that. Okay, and we're gonna do that for these two as well. And we should be good to put the handle in. And then, yeah, put this back on the car. Okay, so now that we have everything switched over, we have the 4 bolts, we have the 2 push tabs, we have the handle, even though this is broken here, as you see on the handle surround. This should be okay for now. And then you also have the button, the manual lock actuator, the 2 bolts, or 2 screws for that. So yeah, we should be ready to put this back on the car. Okay, also don't forget when reinstalling to put your license plate lights back in. It's just those 4 screws. And you're gonna tuck your wiring back around where it was tucked before. It's in there. So yeah. Okay, so I have the 4 bolts back in here. Also have the vapor barrier back in place. Looks good, everything's working. Just a pull on it. All right. So last thing you want to do is, make sure everything works up there before you put the cover back on that goes around here. And yeah, after that, you should be done. Make sure you plug in your lights for these. All right, and that concludes our fix. After everything is back in with the panel, make sure everything's tight. Yep, everything works. That needs to work today. We'll go back in and redo that wiring. And also, so the customer needs the car, so I'm not going to be able to switch over the 4runner logo, the Toyota logo. We'll do that another time. To do that, you need heat and some adhesive remover. And yeah, we'll just take these off one by one, put them in place. And they put these indentations so you know exactly where it goes. There's also alignment holes here to make sure you get that straight. So yeah, so that concludes our fix for now. Make sure to go like and subscribe because it helps me keep making these videos. All right, see you guys later.